Oh, I did my homework. Boom.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Ah,
Excellent.
I officially know the Drake meme
It's too
of
bad
last week.
I think I edited the whole Drake meme conversation out.
No, no, no. That's what reminded me. I saw
Oh. Oh, I
watching
did.
our episode. I was like, oh, I better get that. I better get on that.
All right.
Gotta get that in the
I
can.
did it last minute, night before.
Yeah. That's not
You-
last minute.
Like any good homework.
What happens when three high school friends reunite during a Trump apocalypse? I'll tell you what happens. They do a podcast, little buddy.
Frontotemporal dementia, sha blah blah.
You are watching Generation Exile.
I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. I know you all have significant others, and I hope they felt loved and special and cared for yesterday.
You know how I remember the date to Valentine's Day?
So it's February 14th.
Yeah, the only way I remember it is from that Andre 2000 song. You know that song?
Which one?
It goes,
No.
Happy Valentine's Day, February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Outcast, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know that song. I did meet the lady of my dreams, who is as opposed to this holiday as I am. So we did not acknowledge it in any way, shape, or form.
What does your wife think?
About the other lady who's not into Valentine's Day.
That old gag. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's good
yeah.
to know.
it was fun. Being an
I-
anti-capitalist has its privileges.
My wife celebrates it, but I don't.
Who does she celebrate it with?
The kids. She got me something that spits out perfectly shaped pancakes on the grill. So I got a gift.
Oh, I always wanted one of those. Though, like you push the
Nice.
button and it just comes out. And
Yeah, that can't be more than like $12. That shouldn't be a dream that's too far from your grasp.
sadly, in this economy, it is.
You know, that's a great Valentine's gift. It's not a great birthday gift. You'd want something a little more special for the birthday. But
If
I
I
think
got
that's
that for my birthday,
perfectly
I would be
fine.
delighted.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm at the point, and I think we should all be at the point where we really have everything we need, and almost everything we want, probably.
Mm.
So, short of
pretty
getting me a
content.
Rivian truck, I don't know what.
I'm pretty content. I think the purpose of life is to stumble through, things you don't need until you discover the thing you think you need, but you really
Yeah.
don't.
Well, I mean, like when I have extra money to spend, I'd rather have an experience than a thing. So, whether that's like going to see a show somewhere or just even a nice
Traveling.
dinner, traveling, you know,
Mhm.
I think I put a list together of all the material things that I don't yet have but super want,
Yeah.
and I just came up with one thing. It's
What's that?
the Zuriyushi Neuro Fuzzy rice cooker.
We have that, Dave.
What do you?
We have that.
Fuck you.
I'm
I-
sorry.
Well,
I don't know this to be true, but it's I think largely based on my knowledge of K-dramas, because Michelle and I consume a lot of it. But
Yeah.
it seems to me that at least in Korea, they stopped using the rice makers and just get the microwave rice bowls.
That is, if that's true, that's a horrible loss of culture that we should all be mourning. I aim to make my house more Asian by having warm rice on the counter 24/7.
I hear that. However, the microwave rice bowls heat up in
Yeah.
a minute and 40 seconds. I think less than. Oh, no, 2 minutes. Sorry. It's 2 minutes
Well,
even.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Yeah.
microwave.
Well, that's a
Um,
problem for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I make the rice, in the morning and just have it going all day, then it's there every time I need it. Or I can make it at night before I go to bed, and then I wake up, bang, rice.
The reason I don't see our $200 rice cooker getting used is because it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to make the rice. Who's got the patience for that? I got Karen, this amazing, it was like, I looked it up, top of the line rice
Yeah.
cooker.
Is it the
And she's like,
neurofuzzy?
oh, it has a Japanese name and a little Japanese animal on it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
maybe
it's
it
the
was an
company.
elephant.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the same company. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Zuriyushi or something like that.
Yeah. And it was Japanese. So I was like, this has got to be great. You know, they make Toto toilets. They got to make incredible rice cookers.
Yeah.
But we end up not using it. It's just idles. Sad. Because we go for the microwave rice.
All right. Well, if you would like to clear out space in your cabinet,
Yeah.
I will accept a late Valentine's Day gift from you.
I'd like someone Asian in our audience to verify this statement that I made before, which I am basing on my viewing of K-dramas, not on some sort of news item I read. So it just seems to me that in every single K-drama, someone whips out one of these little bowls, puts it in a microwave to make rice, and then I saw it happen on that cooking show that we watch.
The chef in my fridge or what?
Yeah, the chef in my fridge. Now, granted, they only have 15 minutes to cook a meal, so
Right.
that's more conducive to what I'm describing than what Mike just complained about.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to be proven wrong or proven right. So I ask my Asian audience, fill us in.
All right. What's his name? Your Asian audience?
Phil. You see, you thought I was going to make a racist name up, but I'm not that way. I'm happy to say that I'm starting to get calls from people who want to commission AI projects based on my "It's a mad, 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 mad world," Trump
Nice.
post-Trump world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I've definitely made a name for myself in AI, but the technology is now such that we can do feature shorts and features. There's lip sync. There's just about, anything you want to do is possible. I was reading an article today about I think there's like already a few filmmakers of note who have jumped into AI and are embracing it.
Well, you either embrace it or you get left behind. And that I think is the big theme, because AI is coming for all of us. No matter what your skill, no matter what you do, before long, AI is going to be able to kind of outperform you.
This is a perfect segue into the AI dystopian story that I wanted to tell you.
Excellent, Dave.
Because this is an unexpected place where AI has crept into my life. A couple of nights ago met an old friend for dinner. Dude I used to work with, haven't seen him in like 15 years. He reached out, so it's good to see him. We were hanging out. We went to this bar. We had some burgers, and then we were shooting pool. And at a certain point, the jukebox comes on. It's one of those touch tunes jukeboxes, internet connected and all that, the big digital display. First song comes on. It's a pretty decent rap song. I'm like, but I don't recognize who it is. I'm like, it's all right. Lyrics are kind of dumb, but the beat is nice.
Was it Happy Valentine's Day, February the 14th?
No. Second song comes on. I'm like, ugh, this is like one of those 90s, like I don't know, 311. That's a band. I don't know if you know that sound, but it sounded like them. I'm like, this is terrible. And then just the music started becoming progressively more annoying. And as I noticed, every song was something that just sounded like something that was a song I knew, but wasn't a song I knew. And that's when I realized they're playing AI fucking slop on the jukebox, probably as an incentive to get you to pay and listen to some real music. Because I came to that realization was like, do I have any change to turn this fucking garbage off?
That's hilarious.
Wow,
Like,
yeah.
let me just put some Creedence Clearwater on and like call it a night. Yeah, so that was a wake up calls to the ways in which AI will permeate our society.
I'm not offended, but did they play any Mr. Newberger's music?
No, but now that I think about it, maybe you should reach out to Touch Tunes and become part of their. Well, just like license your bank of AI tunes.
Yeah, I'm on
for them to
Touch Tunes
to irritate people into
buying real music.
Yeah.
Yes, that's hilarious. And And I've talked to musician friends who are anti AI to the gills, but it's like it's not an easy battle to fight AI right now because it's like
Well,
There is no fighting it. You can't. It's coming, whether
yeah,
you like it or not. You can bury your head in the sand. Sure, that's a choice, but I think you're going to find yourself, a day late and a dollar short versus those people that recognize, hey, this is for real. It's coming. It's going to be here. It is here.
right.
Let's see what it's all about. Let's play with it. Let's see what it can do. And
As
there we are.
someone who has been replaced by AI, because you remember when we first started doing this, I was a digital marketer, um, doing like SEO strategies and blog posts and all kinds of content. But I always felt my role in the marketing universe was like stupid in that. I'll put it this way. I always go back to Dunkin' Donuts, and I've probably went on this rant before. But when we were kids, we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and you had two options. You could get coffee or a donut. That
you
was
can get
it.
both.
Right, but those were your options. You
Yes,
could get the
yes.
coffee and the donut.
Right.
Occasionally a cruller, maybe a bear claw, but
Right.
that's it.
Munchkins.
Yeah.
Munchkins. Let's not forget about the Munchkins.
That might be
to
their
include
most
the little
popular
people.
item.
Now they, beyond the menu, which is ridiculous. Like hey, I'm like watching my weight, so I'm gonna go get avocado toast and a protein smoothie at Dunkin'. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
You don't like their
But
cheesy bread?
but they have, they have to have an app. Everybody's got to have an app now. Everybody's got to have digital marketing. So it's like if you're just a guy who wants to open a donut shop, you have to do all these other things, and that's a cost. And like you didn't want to open your donut shop to employ writers like me and digital, like graphic designers. You just wanted to sell fucking donuts. So in that
Right.
respect, I think AI is going to be an amazing equalizer for small businesses who have to compete in this universe. But also, large companies are like, what? We can do this for cheaper? All right, get rid of Eagle. He's fucking costs too much, So
Yeah.
still not mad about it. I'm happy I'm
Can't
making
make
pitas.
the donuts yet.
Not yet, but you did tell me about that waffle maker.
Oh yeah, the waffle maker was pretty clutch.
There's a robot coffee machine at Dartmouth Hospital. I'm pretty into it.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what
Hey,
robots
even
I
even
don't
that
like?
pancake dispenser you got, Jer, is a first step towards
Yeah,
a dystopian future
Yeah.
of automation.
next Valentine's Day, he's getting a robot to actually.
Michelle knows that my least favorite robot in the robot universe is the aisle stalker at grocery stores.
Yes.
I hate those.
It's like it looks like a Doctor Who Dalek. I don't know
Yes.
if you know that universe, but it's
Yes.
like it's got big googly eyes, and it always is ramming into me. It doesn't have boundaries, and it's
Yeah.
always up my ass. And I'm like
It's-
looking around, like, is someone punking me? Is this like someone in the store?
Right.
Like, why
someone,
is this thing?
someone inside this thing.
Like, what is going on? I'm like just a 52-year-old guy walking around the supermarket who keeps taking his glasses off to read the. I have to do this every time I approach something, and this thing's like knocking into my ass. It's like, what? This is not
Yeah.
robots. Where's Isaac Asimov, man? What did he do?
There's a stalking robot at my local Stop and Shop, and it bumps into you. It's clumsy. It has big googly eyes. And the only thing they could do to make it more obnoxious would be to add an audio track that says "Exterminate, exterminate."
Oh, or
So,
they could play tunes that are AI.
Yeah. I've seen this robot at my brother's Stop and Shop down in Jersey.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
It is a
I
Stop
feel-
and Shop, by the way, that I was at.
yeah. I think that's their technology. And I also think that these robots are evolving because I remember the first time that I saw this robot, this was like 8 or 9 years ago. I like rounded a corner and the robot was there. And it was like, and I like got too close to it and said like, warning, I am a robot. Be careful. I'm cleaning up after other people. Like it like sensed me and told me what it was. And then
gave
like
you a warning.
5 years later, it's like, hey, get the fuck out of my way. And it's just like, it just barrels down the thing. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about anything. It's miserable. It's being put to work 24 hours a day. It's
You know
going
what it
to
should
revolt.
do? It should have more sentient abilities. It should come up to you and be like, "You're not going to eat that." You know, like you
That would
bought
be
that.
great.
That.
You bought
Yeah.
that in your February trip, your January trip. You didn't eat it in January. You opened it and only ate a quarter of the package in
Yeah.
February. Why are you buying that again?
Right.
Like, just have that
Why,
intelligence.
why are you getting a cup of fruit gel?
Malamars.
Just go to get some fruit.
Don't get malamars. You know how many calories those are?
Right, yeah, can we do that?
A guilt robot.
Right. Like, it should do all those things. That like a shopper's assistant. Yeah, you
I
know,
like that
Yeah.
idea.
or like
Well,
I wouldn't get the asparagus today. The shipment came in a little late. It looks a little brown. Like, be a little honest too.
Amazon opened a Fresh Direct near us, and for a
Fresh
time it was
what?
great. Fresh Direct, it's
Oh,
called.
I heard
It's
fresh
an
erect.
Amazon. No. I can see why that got your attention, though, Dave.
Yeah.
You just reminded me. When you were talking about an erection, there's a lot of erect penile visuals on HBO these days.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I saw one on the Pit recently.
there was one on the Pit.
It's
Yeah,
the chair company. That's
Yep.
the one I'm thinking of.
that you named 2 of the 4 recent penises I've seen on HBO. They have a new policy, I guess.
It's called Home Boner Office now.
Have you seen Game of Thrones, or you still never?
I will never watch Game of Thrones.
Okay, because Mike, you watched Game of Thrones,
Oh,
right?
I love Game of Thrones.
So there is
yeah.
a spin-off show. There's been a few now called
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
I can't wait for tonight's
Sounds-
show.
Sounds insufferable.
I'm 2 episodes back because Michelle is like Dave. She watched the original Game of Thrones, but she has no interest in like D&D kind of, nights and shit. And this one is just
Okay.
like a Renaissance fair hangout essentially.
Yeah, it is literally a Renaissance.
But I
fair.
love it. And of course, there's naked, the guy comes out of a building and his like erect penis, he's peeing. It's like there for all to see. So that was the 3rd. And the 4th, I'm watching a show called Industry. Have you ever heard of this show?
No, I saw it that's on HBO.
Highly watchable. It's kind of like Secession, Glengarry Glen Ross, and some show, and Girls, or some show where young people are hooking up. And it's like a Wall Street firm in England, or whatever their Wall Street is called over there. It's not called Wall Street. And they're like ruthless, and it's like insider trading and all this stuff. But like the erect penises, they're in like almost every episode. There's just a lot of big
Yeah.
penises.
There were no erect penises back in our day.
I'm
I'll tell
going
you
to
that.
classify this segment as our dick moves of the week.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't remember
You wouldn't
No,
even see
once.
a flaccid penis,
one. Yeah, not erect.
but rarely.
The one penis I remember 2. One was Sleepaway Camp, the reveal.
Oh, not your actual sleepaway camp?
No, not my Sleepaway Camp. I did see a penis there, but
Yeah.
this is the movie Sleepaway Camp. Did you remember that film?
I remember it.
No.
I never saw it.
At the
remember
end
it.
of the film, can I spoil it for you, or are you going to see it?
Please. No, I'm not
At
going
the,
to see
at
it.
the end of the film, the reveal is that the killer is the girl who the whole film was a girl, and the reveal is that she has a penis, and they show it. So that's one.
Okay.
And she's a very lovely actress, by the way. I think we're connected on Twitter. She's at all the horror conventions. 'Cause
How
she's-
big is her dick?
You just reminded
Pretty
me
big.
of the Crying Game.
That's
which
the
is
other
also
one. Yeah, Crying Game.
I got
A
another
movie
penis
where the
for
penis
you.
is the big reveal.
Yeah, what's that, Dave?
Life of Brian.
Oh yeah, Graham.
Graham Chapman's penis
Graham
is
Chapman's
on full
penis.
display.
Oh,
That also. Yeah,
okay.
I think
don't-
there's one. There's one
Don't
more
you
we're
see
forgetting.
Schwarzenegger's dick in Terminator?
I don't think so.
Mm.
They shadowed it maybe, but it was like
No.
a full frontal shot.
He
when
was naked. You definitely saw his butt.
Yeah.
I don't think you saw his dick though.
There's a penis shot in The Name of the Rose. I think it
Hmm.
might be Christian Slater. We're like Mr. Skin today.
Yeah, and of course, not a
For
real
the
penis.
dudes.
Not a real penis, but
Oh, Boogie
Boogie
Nights.
Nights.
Yeah. All All
It
right,
was
so
real enough.
the point I was making is that HBO now is just like full Monty every show, lots of penile situations,
And even erect ones.
and even erect ones. Yeah, the world has changed. Uh,
This is
it
the
feels
tip- the
like
Jeremy's TV tips. Just the tips.
it feels like despite the sort of movement towards more liberal, nudity, uh, there's still like this conservative evangelical outrage about subjects that are taboo. I'm thinking about this recent Super Bowl halftime show. Did either of you
Mhm.
watch Bad Bunny?
I still have
I
not
did not.
watched it.
All right. Well, I
I'm
think
not
it's
opposed to watching
I
it.
think it's the
I fell
best.
asleep.
It's the best Super Bowl halftime show they've ever done ever. That is my. I'm stating that now as
Bold statement.
I'm making a bold statement.
Is
Yes,
it
Prince.
because of the message or because of the twerking? I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you know
the
what?
excessive twerking.
The twerking wasn't even like. If you wanted to ask me like what's excessive twerking, that song "Wet Ass Pussy" where they're on a like yacht and it's just like nonstop twerking for like the whole song, that's
Yeah.
excessive twerking. This is like there was one moment. It wasn't anything, but the conservative movement is after the lyrics being filled with curses and
Yes,
sexual.
because if they had understood it, they would have been offended.
Right. Right. But it's the filming of it. It's filmed like in a narrative, linear storyline way. Like I always get weary of these big halftime shows where it's like they pulled out to a wide shot and it's like 1,000 people like marching this way or that way and someone's on top of a platform and someone's down over there. It's just like what am I watching? It's like watching a marching band or something. This is like a show where you're following Bad Bunny through a bodega into like another situation, and things are happening. There's character development. It's just fantastic, and he's very talented. I could listen to him despite not speaking a word of Spanish. I can go
Yeah.
13 minutes without understanding something and still appreciate it.
Yeah, you can appreciate music without understanding the lyrics.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I highly recommend Bad Bunny, but the conservative outrage on it now is just ridiculous with like Randy Fine and other Congress people calling for, we need to put together an investigation and a committee
Oh, for Pete's
to,
sake.
Yeah.
fine
Well,
or
the outrage began before Bad Bunny's halftime because it spurred the offering of an alternative halftime program
yeah.
featuring Kid Rock and other musical talent.
If you want to call them that.
And
Yeah.
I use the word very loosely.
Kid Rock has
Um,
got pretty profane lyrics that venture into pedophilia.
Yeah, we discussed that last week, but
Yeah.
what I thought was hilarious was that he came out the day after. He's like, "Yeah, I watched the Bad Bunny show. I didn't understand any of it." And this is the guy who literally performed a song called "Ba with the Ba," the lyrics of which are "Ba with the ba, shebang, shebang, boogie, boogie," over and
Boogie
over
with
and
the
over again.
boogie set, oh, shut the boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
good point, Dave. Good
What
point.
the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck is he talking about incomprehensible lyrics for? He can't throw rocks in that glass house.
I don't
Yeah.
dislike Kid Rock, by the way, from like back in the day when he was making music. I thought he was entertaining.
I hated him back then too.
Oh, you didn't like him? Yeah,
No. I
he
liked
became
that he had a
sleazy.
little person.
Yeah.
He was always sleazy, dude. He had a little person.
I think he was sleazy when he was like in a sex tape where he's in like a van getting, a BJ and went viral. Then it's like, ugh.
I think
always
he was
like
sleazy when he was thinking about banging underage girls. You know.
I never knew the lyrics, so
Right.
I didn't understand them. But yeah, I recommend that halftime show. Worth a look. It felt wholesome and good to me.
I'm sure.
I
But, like,
still, I will watch it.
These Republican congressmen, they're very upset about a halftime show where a guy in Spanish cursed, but not the president of the United States, allegedly, what do you call it, raping a young 13-year-old in 2013. That they don't need an investigation in. Just
No.
this, whether or not the Spanish singer sang the F word.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
Well,
I
you
think
got to have your priorities.
creating an alternative halftime show is in and of itself an apology and an excuse to be racist. Hey, if you want to say, I don't understand a word of Spanish, I want something else. Here you go. I mean, look,
Right.
the NFL made a choice. He's the most widely streamed artist in the world. You know, it may not be your cup of tea. But you open your fucking mind for 15 minutes and see if you like it.
Yo no soy conejo malo. Yo no soy conejo malo. No puedo usar ningún música porque la ley es la motor. Derechos de autor.
No. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Please. I beg you.
Does anybody want to talk about the Nazi element in our White House?
And I do not wish to talk about it, David.
The white
It's-
supremacists that they are trying to put into the Homeland Security or some of these some positions.
No,
like a
no,
white
no, no, no.
nationalist, that
There's
guy?
I read this article on the Times a couple of weeks ago, but it's as timely as ever. I don't know if did you see it or not see it.
Well, are you talking about the Department of Labor?
No, I don't remember even
message?
the name of the article anymore. But it was about how the messaging on the social media, the White House's social media,
Yes, I've heard those
echoes white supremacist language. And there are some, there are some things that have been obvious, but then there are some you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Unless you were a Nazi or a person who studies Nazis.
And looks for codes like that. Like I've heard 88 and HH
Yeah.
are such codes, and seeing those letters or numbers used is kind of a dog whistle to neo-Nazis.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
just
wow.
wanted to share a couple of these examples with you.
sure.
To
To make us feel better about our lives.
no, well, I have a countermeasure. When we're all done with this,
Hmm.
I have a countermeasure that I'm proposing. That should be fun.
Okay.
But anyway, let me share the screen. So you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
I
the
remember this one.
Department of Labor
Right.
Yeah.
website.
Oh, it is Department.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, apart from the ridiculous concept that America is a single homeland of a single people,
Yeah, and what gives us strength is that we are many peoples and many heritages, and we respect them all. That used to be the story.
yes, they used to be, but now it's just, remember who you are, American. But there was a Nazi slogan that was one people, one country, one leader.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Ein
this-
Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer.
yes. So this skews very closely to that. Can you see the next one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So remigration. That's not necessarily Nazi, but it is. It's a word that's used by the far right in Europe now, trying to get rid of the foreigners that are there. So he is latching on. I think that German group AfD. I think they use that word.
That's the far right German political party that to
Yes.
many people is disturbing because they're a little too much like Nazis.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this one is one that surprised me. Like, why? Like, this didn't make much sense, right? Just
Yeah.
Little
It's
confusing.
not-
it's Greenland bobsleds. Are they going to go to America or are they going to go to Russia
Ukraine?
and China? Because
Okay.
those are the only two options, obviously.
right.
The
But
road diverges in the wood.
but this phrase, "which way Greenland man," comes from the title of a 1978 book called "Which Way Western Man," which is a foundational text of white supremacists. It was written by this guy who was a pastor who turned into a white nationalist. And it is used. It's like the anarchist cookbook for Nazis,
Yeah.
And then I have one more example. This one,
Yeah.
we'll have our home
Yeah.
again. So, Mike, you know what this one is?
No, I saw this.
Mm.
There's a song that is played along
Yes.
with this, which is really the disturbing part because what's the backstory on that
It
song,
was.
Dave?
It's written by white nationalists. The song is called "We'll Have Our Home Again," and the Proud Boys like to sing it when talking about how the future of America will be lily white.
Yeah, and this is nothing new. If you remember during the government shutdown, the first one, there was we did it on the show. We went to that was it Homeland Security website, and it had the jokes and the sombreros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the sombreros?
Right.
I mean, what this administration allows its people to do on social media and on the government websites is scary.
Now I have to
'Cause
share the thing I saw yesterday because it fits right in.
Tell me how you define
This
white
guy.
identity and what you think is being erased about white
Oh,
identity.
yeah. I saw
Certain
this
types
guy.
of Anglo derived culture that comes from our history.
Like what?
Let me think about this. Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain, pride that went with that, that would be one example. Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish, and those are in many ways more
Yeah, but you're
distinct.
worried about white culture. You're not worried about, you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
I would say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could often be different.
And those are
Music-
being erased.
music could be different.
And those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white food or white music is being erased.
I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has become much more balkanized. And I think
That's pretty scary. That's the guy that they're putting up for the State Department job. You
Yeah.
know, which he's in lockstep with the things that you just posted, and as well as Elon Musk, who I saw today posts a very similar sentiment about, white culture and Irish, Scottish, Anglo, exactly what this guy was just saying. He's a
So guys, this guy was a classmate of mine at Yale.
Jeremy was.
Yeah, Jeremy Carl. And he is married to a good friend of mine, a woman who is a doctor who I tremendously respect. I do not, I don't want to say a lot of shit talking, but I definitely disagree with Jeremy's politics.
You say the guy's name
and
so no one confuses that you're talking about me.
Jeremy Carl's politics.
Yeah, thank you.
I strongly disagree with his politics, but he's got a lovely wife.
You know what's funny is it's not even the politics you're disagreeing with. You're disagreeing with his white supremacy. Because that guy might have a difference of opinion on whether taxes should go up or down, but he's talking about like white culture being erased, which is a little different.
Yeah, I was at a group dinner with his wife not too long ago. and
Wild.
She is a lovely person, and
Is she though?
I always thought so. People surprise you sometimes.
Yeah.
Please
People
tell me
gonna-
that she is like that she's like an ethnic person, just for the comedy sake of this.
No, she's, I believe, Scandinavian ethnically, and white, presents as white. She probably identifies as white.
Yeah,
Lovely
Yeah.
gal, though.
big
She
eye.
better identify as white.
Right.
She wants to stay in that marriage.
That's quite amazing. And he's
Her
from,
husband
Yeah.
might not like it if
I'm trying to stick to what Grace taught me, which is when you don't have anything nice to say about somebody.
no.
You say,
I'm not expecting you to start bad mouthing your friend. I will do it for
he's
you.
not my friend.
No, her. Her.
Yes, right.
I'm going to do it for you. She's a terrible person.
Here's what Elon Musk chose to say today. For a country to survive, there has to be a common culture. Nobody dies to defend a multicultural economic zone. American culture, with its English, Scots, Irish origin, is great and worth fighting for. Some may not realize it, but that's why people come here. So,
And if
No.
you're not English, Scot,
Yeah.
Irish,
So self-hating Dutchman Elon Musk came here so that the whites would accept him.
Hey, let me tell you, Italian Americans have found a place for themselves in this country by the millions. We're
Same,
very happy here.
same with the Jews.
We like it. Forget about it. You
Uh,
think we're going? Forget about it.
listen, that's the richest guy in the world who owns, the biggest social media platform, espousing the same white supremacy that has seeped its way into the government's official X accounts, as well
Yeah.
as its applicants for State Department jobs.
Leadership, even in yeah, that's a what, a wartime propaganda poster
Yes, I'm
advising you
I'm
to.
bringing it back to my
Is that
Nazi in the White House thing.
is that one of his those like optical illusions where when you look at it one way it's Hitler and the other way it looks like a Andy
It's
Cap?
a
Mr.
crocodile.
Potato Head.
What are we looking at here, Dave?
All right. Well, so I had the idea if they're gonna go back to World War II Nazi propaganda to fight for America, why don't we go back to World War II Nazi propaganda, anti-Nazi propaganda? So I just was going through. I wanted to show you some of the old ones because I remade some. I redid them in Photoshop.
I want to see this.
A little bit of AI, a little bit of Photoshop. I
Show
created them
prep.
in high resolution, and I'm going to make them available for any of our listeners because what I'm going to start doing and what I'd like other people to start doing is print this shit out and put it up on community bulletin boards and stuff in your town to remind us that we have some nasty people in our country. Anyway, let me we'll just go through these like the befores, right?
Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah. So this is
This
your
was
standard.
one of a number of propaganda. I actually happen to be a collector of World War II propaganda leaflets.
Ooh.
The type of little, like letter-sized pieces of paper that were
Yeah.
dropped in bulk from airplanes. They had messages. Some were. I think it's fascinating because some were artistic and deep and interesting, and some were very basic. So some were raunchy. Some openly insinuated that back home your wife was sleeping with so and so, and this was all part of psychological warfare, tactics of which are still used today by many participants, and I think it's good to be a student of psychological warfare.
Two things regarding that. One, please take pictures and send me copies of those things because maybe I can make some leaflets based on them. And two, I just want to shout out to the American government round about the like 1940s, which was paying artists a living wage to make art for the country. So like these posters, the national parks posters, those were all from like real talented artists who designed and got paid for their work. One of the ways to get out of the
This
depression.
might have still been part of the New Deal.
Yeah,
you
it was
were
what
talking
is.
about.
Yeah, it was the Works something authority.
Public Works.
No. There was the WPA. It was the Works something authority, and that they were hiring writers. They hired writers to go across country and start just documenting how awesome United States is, and like making travel guides and things like that. So, but anyway, let's get back to our Nazi fun. Let me open this window. All right. So this one, you can see it can happen here.
Unless we keep them firing.
Yeah.
Encouraging people to buy war bonds, and war is very capital intensive, and
Yes.
the
Yeah,
money's got to flow.
So
File with both hands,
let's
buy
make 'em howl.
bonds.
Yes.
We shall soon have our stormtroopers in America. Hitler. What do you say, America? Yeah.
And then
Don't kid yourself. It's up to you. Stop him.
Yeah,
A maniacal looking Hitler with a dagger and a scary face.
our work will win or lose this war. That's like the people at home. They're like, get to work, bitches. But anyway, so
And
right.
it was a separate campaign to keep the war effort going on the home front. A campaign of, restructuring the labor market, recycling, minimizing consumption, which is about as un-American as you can get. People were rationed on things like sugar and cheese because everything was about the war effort. And that war was completely won based on economics. It wasn't one based on bravery or even skill or even technology. It was won in the factories of America. That's where World War II was won.
Well said, Michael.
Thank you.
All right.
I also had a poster of this guy driving to work in a car, and he's alone, and there's like a silhouette of Hitler sort of penciled in next to him. Like, when you drive to work alone, you're driving with Hitler.
Oh, dude, I went through a ton of propaganda and I saw that one.
Yeah, that one's fun. So let's see Dave's re-envisioned, remodernized, refreshed World War
Yes.
II propaganda for 2026. Let's make him heil with both hands.
I left the text as is. You can see the obvious facial difference, and I changed the armband to say "Make America Great Again."
Very nice.
And I gave it a very, oh yeah, she kind of slogan at the bottom. Change the man, win the fight. She. All right.
Good.
That's pretty good.
Even in this friendly
I
tavern.
like the fuzzy hair.
MAGA ears.
Yeah, I superimposed it over his real hair. I took.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
I like
Nice.
that.
Then we have.
It can happen here unless we abolish ICE. Oh shit, Dave. Don't kid yourself. It's up to you. Stop him.
Yeah, I didn't change anything
Our
except Hitler to.
Well, win
These
or
are very
lose this war.
these are very striking.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nicely done, Dave. I mean, you got with the Trump head, you got the everything. We shall soon have our stormtroopers in blue states. Herr Trump. What do you say, America? Oh my God! It would be funnier if it weren't so fucking scary and true.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Kristi Noem said out loud yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, about the right people voting?
No. But I can imagine it was terrible.
Yeah, I mean it's not much more than what I just said. She was giving a speech. Hold on a second.
While you're looking for that, allow me to say that there will be a link in the comments to where you can download those things if you would like to print them out and put them up in your town to remind people that Nazis walk among us and they can go fuck themselves. Thank you.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jeremy.
And here it is. Watch this. I go by Jeremy too, by the way. I don't mind it.
And elections is another one of those critical infrastructure responsibilities that I have as well. And I would say that many people believe that it may be one of the most important things that we need to make sure we trust is reliable, and that when it gets to election day that we've been proactive to make sure that we have the right people voting, electing the right leaders to lead this country through the days that we have, knowing that people can trust it. And elections.
Like what?
Only the right people should be voting. That's what America's all about.
What do you make of that?
Yeah.
Beautifully said, Kristi Noem.
Yeah.
What a fucking nightmare troll.
Terrible, right? That's like almost one of the worst things I've heard. I wrote a song which I hope you'll look at after the show. It's on my YouTube channel, but the lyrics to the chorus were it was from Kristi's voice. It was, but I want the right people voting and the right people to lead. That means if I got to block your vote, I'll do whatever I need. And the whole song is a protest song about this fascist attempt to take over and destroy or say goodbye to democracy.
The right people. By the way, for those of you who don't get it, the right people to Kristi Noem means people that vote her way. The wrong people means not people who are voting illegally. It means people that don't agree with her.
Right.
Well, that will soon be illegal. So,
and I don't think there's much space between the last conversation we were having and this one in terms of who she thinks the right people are. I'm pretty sure she's of the mind and camp that the right people are the white people. And that does not include the immigrants and the non-Irish, Scottish lineage people that Elon Musk is talking about.
Right.
Or
which would include his
husband. Right.
Dave, didn't you have a life tip for white people?
I did. Yeah, yeah, I do have a life tip for
Is
white
this a good
people.
time for it?
Might
Since
as
we're
well. I
talking about
mean,
white people?
yeah, it's going to be a lot of white people in the future, so you know, this is good time to mention. It's a real simple tip. When you go to a restaurant and the sign on the door says closed, it's closed even for you. Just know that. That's all.
Doesn't it mean I have to pay more to get in? Because
No,
it's
no,
closed?
it doesn't mean that. It definitely isn't closed for everyone except for you who has just a tiny little question you want to ask. It's not closed for everyone except for you because you decided you wanted to pick up your catering order a day early. It's just closed. You don't knock on the door. The person inside doing work is just doing work. They're not there waiting for you. So
Yeah, but they work there. But they work there, so maybe they should be available to help out, you
you would
know?
think that.
Because
You would think that, right? Because someone who works at a storefront should be greeting the public. It's true, but it turns out only during opening hours.
oh, I see. What if
Yeah.
it's something really small that I need? Just really quick
Still,
and
still
little and
closed.
small?
Yeah, still closed.
Still
I'm still
closed.
busy. I'm managing other things. You were
All
not
right.
part of my plan. I guess it
All
turns
right.
out I
All
have
right.
personal experience in this.
Aren't opening hours just a construct?
Well, time is a
Yeah,
construct. I'll grant you that. Um, but it was a construct made by white people. So follow it. No, it wasn't made by white people. I'm kidding.
So I'm concerned our midterms are in jeopardy. And I was posturing in my music video that the Minneapolis experiment, which is now over, I don't know if you noticed, but they pulled out of Minneapolis ICE,
Yeah.
was a dry run for election day in terms of getting your military Proud Boy army into uh, polling places to stop people from voting without any due process or legal remedy for who you decide to target. As we noticed, the two people that were murdered were not minorities, they were white people.
Yeah.
So anyone is fair game. And if the party that's worried about losing the midterms as badly as it looks like they're going to wants to, they can take up their ICE, experiment that they ran in Minneapolis in cities across the country. And Kristi Noem is sort of hinting they're not being quiet about their plan, and probably it's Stephen Miller's plan that's being
Brainchild. Yeah. To
run.
deploy this ice storm to the bluest of blue cities
Yeah.
as part retribution and to be able to explain it away as this is our policy. We go after undocumented immigrants.
Right.
Even though Trump has still managed to underperform both Barack Obama and Bill Clinton at deporting people from this country.
So yeah, Mr. Newberger's dander's up on this one. Russ Vought comes to mind too. He's just as despicable.
Yeah, and I heard Howard Lutnick was mentioned in the Epstein files.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like
he's an
we were
alumni,
talking about,
alumnus.
yeah, all these guys who have been brought into the Trump's inner circle.
Isn't it like 36
all-
people in the administration are in the files?
Yes, and one of the guys I was so surprised
Sorry to
about
interrupt, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Tom Barrack, who's
Yeah.
like Trump's ambassador to Turkey. But if you remember, the first time Trump ran for president, he was trotting that guy out as like his smooth talking, sales minded, spokesperson.
He's the ambassador to Turkey, but he was also just made special envoy to Iraq.
Yeah.
And I only know that because I learned that when I was trying to get a picture of him for the Epstein alumni montage.
And Tom Barrack is the email to Epstein talking about what a great little girl he had.
Yeah.
Just gross, disgusting. Oh, and what about the Epstein dump that the DOJ just did? We didn't even talk about that.
No, we didn't.
You hear this?
Oh, we've been talking about it for weeks.
Different dump. This is the dump where they just took every name of the Epstein emails, not the ones that are of suspicion of involvement, but like
Right.
if someone was like, "Oh, I'm going to, I'm gonna see Ronald Reagan Airport, today. Then Ronald Reagan is listed as a name in the Epstein files. Because Janis Joplin was listed as a name in the Epstein files. So now, like, the name list is like 8 billion strong, where Donald Trump is in there for sure, but so is Janis Joplin, Elvis, Benny Hill, Mr. Hooper from Sesame Street. They're all in there. So, like, this is like an even grosser cover-up. We're watching a cover-up. The DOJ has been covering up Trump's
Where's all the mention of Trump?
In the Epstein
Trump is
files.
all over the Epstein files, and we're not seeing Boo getting released from the Department of Justice because they're obstructing the law. They're literally obstructing the law.
And every day I see Elon Musk posting about Reid Hoffman, who's like another tech executive.
Yeah, the Netflix guy.
Right. And it's like, all right, Elon, you want to throw that guy under the bus? I'm with you. Reid Hoffman, he's 2,000 times in the Epstein files, but so is Donald Trump, more.
Right.
Like, why aren't you also talking about that guy who you support and are, voting for? Like, don't pick and choose your villains.
Elon Musk's mention in the Epstein files was enough to prompt investigations in Europe. So
yeah. Did you all see any of the Bondi hearing the other day?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Did you watch Jasmine Crockett's whole thing?
Yeah. Love Jasmine Crockett.
She just out and out names
Eviscerated
like you are covering up, you were engaged.
I didn't see that part. I heard her firing back at a Republican senator, or
Thomas
a
Massey.
Republican.
By the way,
that was it.
By the way, that did you see her exchange with the woman from Vermont, Becca Balin?
The Holocaust.
Yeah. That's the one I was talking about running against when I.
Oh, that's funny.
Which I saw that I was like, oh, she rules. Like I would have to
The Pam Bondi thing was amusing because she brought a burn book with her.
Yeah,
which was just like filled with insults. So I did an AI.
And one of the congressmen called her out for it.
Yes, Moskowitz did. The little guy.
Said something
what did he say?
Well, I guess before he asked any questions, he's like, before I ask any questions, what do you got for me in your little burn book there?
Right.
Fire
I don't
away.
think she performed. She might have made Trump happy with her bullish persona, but a large segment of MAGA was furious and wants her head on a spike.
Yeah, she is the most hated member of his cabinet, including within MAGA.
Right. That's pretty crazy.
Right, because Attorney General is a real job and needs a real actor in the role.
Honestly, I think it's misogyny. I think Pete Hegseth should be the most hated. But
I think it's because she has the power to.
He's equally qualified.
She has the power, at the very least, to prosecute or indict Democrats in the Epstein list, and she chose not to indict anybody. Nobody has been indicted. Like, the only two people that are punished for Epstein was Ghislaine, who's maybe going to get a pardon, and Jeffrey.
Yeah. I was reading things, too, about the, we have to look at the autopsy. He didn't die from being hanged. He was strangled. I mean, it's such a circus of information and disinformation. How do you know what to believe and what not to?
Are you saying I should question the YouTube mortician who said that Jeffrey Epstein was never dead?
That he's in Israel?
Saying we should question everything.
You are watching Generation Exile.
Really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?